Hello world, we are Tim-Foolery and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. We're picking up immediately where we left off, continuing on from the previous video immediately. We just landed on Besaid, we got the items, we talked to the Aurochs, we talked to Waka about a little bit about this world's past, what sin is, kinda, sorta. We'll get into it more, but enough of that. There's not much to explain, so let's just walk right in.
Hey, it's this way.
And yeah, you're better off just following Waka. Now, I did mention in a previous video that I would point out whenever the Outbeds would normally show up, not Outbeds, the Outbed primers would normally show up, because I've already got them all from a previous playthrough. I don't think any of them show up around here, which is actually a clever thing on the developer's part, but we'll get into that later. But just to repeat, there's none in this on this island for right now, I don't think.
What's the big idea?
And from here, we're back in the water again. Makes you wonder why we ever leave dry land. Alright, so let's go up here, and you'll find your first chest with a phoenix down. And if we keep going over here... Now at this point it gets a little hard to see because of the water. But the camera will start to pan down, we'll see underwater again. And from here we fight more piranhas, but we have Waka on our team, and I just remembered something I forgot to do in the last video, so we'll fight this battle first. Just slash the piranha. Now we're going to show off not too much about what Waka can do, but he has his own set of skills and abilities. Most noticeably his skill slot, the first one we've seen since we started. And he knows an ability called Dark Attack, as it shows up at the top with the help screen. Inflicts darkness on an enemy for 3 turns. Basically what that means is it inflicts a blind status on enemies. And what that means is their attack is either reduced in accuracy or they'll just flat out miss, like, completely. Very useful against some bosses and almost against every enemy, at least in early game. We'll be getting other skills later on that'll do better stuff, but Dark Attack is pretty good for right now. But in this particular battle, we'll just have Waka throw his ball. Not an overkill, but we'll take it. And Titus has 2 skill points, and that's what I'll show off next. So, hit triangle, sphere grid, because I didn't show this off earlier. I gotta remember the controls for a second. Okay. Now I just want to show off the grid. I don't recall, but I believe in a previous video it showed a zoomed out mode of what the sphere grid looks like. That was the standard basic sphere grid. This is the expert sphere grid. It looks pretty massive, and it very much is. In fact, one of the Steam trophies or Steam achievements is to unlock every node, or have like every character activate every node, and then have all of your party members activate every node. It's crazy. It's doable. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass. But for right now, we don't have to worry about the whole grid. We're just going to focus on Titus. If you come down here, it'll show the ability node for Jinx, which reduces luck on all enemies, and that will basically reduce their chances of getting critical hits. Not too important, so we're not going to teach that to Titus. What we will do, though, is move here. And what you see over here is the ability Chair, which is very useful. That will raise the entire party's attack and defense. I don't know by how much. We'll call them by stages, so just one stage. And you can use abilities like Cheer as many times as you want. However, they only stack up to 5 times, I believe. So you can use Cheer 5 times, and attack and defense for all characters will go up by 5 stages. Again, I don't know the exact number or percentage for that, but it's really helpful, and if you keep using it, you'll see a difference in terms of attack and defense. And for here, we will raise his agility by 1, and I believe that is defense, and I paused there because I realized we don't have the sphere we need to activate that. And that kind of sucks. Waka can't do anything for now, so we'll back out. We didn't get anything too great, but I figured I'd explain the sphere grid just a little bit until we get more. Here's our second chest for the area, containing a high potion. Those are always good, especially in early game. I don't think I'm going to be using too many high potions for, at least for now. And enemies we've seen. I think what I'll do is, just to save the time, I'll cut out battles that we've seen before. I'll only show new enemies that we haven't seen before. Or if anything special happens for battles. And in that last battle, we just got a power sphere. So what we're going to do is use this to activate this defense node and raise his defense by 1. Now if you press triangle while you're in the sphere grid, you can see all their stats on the first page. Nothing all that great. Keep pressing triangle. I believe it goes, I could be wrong. I think it's special, skill. Oh, sorry. The first one was skill. This is special. That's white magic. I believe that's black magic. And then just shows nothing. So return to the main menu, and we will keep going. Was there a chest down here? I don't remember. No, okay. I believe there's a chest coming up. That's why I'm... There it is. That's why I'm kind of being a bit vigilant about stuff like that. And battle. And we just got another power sphere, so that's nice. Now, I suppose at this point, what players can do is go around, grind, kill piranhas, and get more power spheres. I'm personally not going to do that. Mostly due to reasons I stated in the first video. But, if you want to grind, you can. Otherwise, just keep going. The battles are not bad, but just very high encounter rates. Or maybe not. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Let me go!
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
Hmm? A major blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on!
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right. So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, Victory! When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
Well, that was something. Okay, so if we come down here, and yes, I have nothing more to add to that conversation they had. Nothing bad about that, but it's nice to give us a little bit of background for Walker.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in their village.
And you can see why I don't have much to say. I don't know why they let me have full control over the characters at this point. Like, it'll be a long-ass cutscene otherwise.
Besaid Village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
I never understood why there's a choice here. You know, select whatever you want, but I'm gonna go with I don't remember.
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try. Hey, not bad. Okay, now go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Okay. So yeah, the reason I didn't talk too much from, like, the moment we were on top of that hill till now, it might as well have just been one long cutscene. Nothing happened, there are no battles, as far as I'm aware of. And it just leads to more, like, introduction to the village, which isn't bad, and I actually do kind of like it. I just don't understand when they make us have free roam for only 5 seconds. Anyway, you get that first chest that we just saw. Come right over here, which is like, I don't know, off from the center of the village. You'll get a high potion, 400 gil, and 2 potions. Not bad. Since struck Besaid Village so many times I lost count. After this house got hit, I guess the owner just let it be. Never would have guessed that's a house. I would assume that's just debris. But yeah, Sin will attack anything and everything. Let's go in this blue hut now. Oh, let's talk to these guys, Luzu and Gata.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry, I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir! The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Heh, can't remember what I never knew in the first place. Although, thinking back on it now, I think that redheaded guy kinda knows something is up. Anyway, speaking of Albeds, now that I'm thinking about what I said earlier in a previous video, one of the primers will be either right here on the floor in front of this desk, or actually on the desk. I don't know if you can get it right now in this particular time in the game. You'll have plenty of other chances to get it, but it'll be right here. I don't remember which letter it is, but at least that's one. And if you come over here, I'll touch it. I don't think I'm gonna save it though. So when that's all said and done, you can talk to Luzu and Gata over and over again. They have new stuff to say, none of it's drastically important. So now if we come up here, give me a second to remember. That dog will be important after, on our way out. Excuse me. Alright, so if we come up here and enter the temple,
It was then, standing in that place. I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
alright, you can look around in this temple and talk to these guys. Some of them are praying for their memories, I believe. Others will tell you about, basically stuff like that. Don't bother people while they're praying. And others, like this unfortunate soul, will recall memories from when Sin attacked their village, and it was very vivid to them. And I didn't want to come over here this soon, but if you walk over to the far right of the temple...
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner?
Blasphemy!
I got too close to Sin's, toxin.
Oh, alright, he's just a poor sucker. Okay.
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
Keep in mind, my experiences of Final Fantasy stem from, like, as early as Final Fantasy VII. So I don't really know all that much about 1 through 6, basically. The only other Final Fantasy that I could think of, 8, that actually has anything to... Well, let me rephrase. Final Fantasy VIII is the only other game I can think of from my personal experience where the summons are actually important to the story. But in 8's case, they're not entirely important. However, in 10, they're actually integrated into the main story. Point of this whole conversation I'm having is it's actually kind of a cool story mechanic. Like, I think it was pretty well done. Oh, wow. What? Okay, this is new to me. Was this in the original? I'm happy to teach you anything you've forgotten, Sonny. I'm kind of torn because, on the one hand, it'll be cool to show you guys, especially the people who don't know about this game, or have no knowledge of what this game even is. This can essentially tell you the basics of what you need to know. On the other hand, I know how any of this works. I know how the story plays out. And I'm kind of split right in the middle, with that middle gray section going, who the fuck is this guy? Where has he been? And how did I not know about him? What the hell? I'm sorry, I just never knew this guy was here. And I've played this 100 times. Again, exaggerating, but you get the idea. We're gonna go with no thanks. I'll do an abridged explanation on stuff as we go along, like I have been. Wait, what? The big operation. I never talked to this guy. You know what? I'm starting to realize I don't talk to NPCs. I think that's my problem. And what this big guy is saying here is actually a bit of a foreshadowing for later. At any rate, let's go up to this bald guy. And if we come up here, basically saying we have no literal and religious rights to be up there. So we've done all we can do in this temple. We shall leave. And we just basically head right back to Waka. Which he should be in his hut down here. And what does he have to say?
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
You basically want to say thanks because if you say no, I'm fine, the story just won't progress. So, click thanks.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly. But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Waka?
Oh, Waka's gone, buddy. He left you. And there's no fucking dinner on my table. God. Ah. Anyway. From here, you just have to head up on the temple. Or head up towards the temple, I should say. Sorry about that. Anyway. Head up towards the temple. I just had to think of what I'm doing, where I'm going, and what time or how much time I have left. I'm gonna try to get at least through the Cloister of Trials. It shouldn't take long. You'll see what I mean.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
And now, we are in the Cloister of Trials. Those who seek to learn of Yevon's secret arts are tested by the Cloister of Trials. Find the right way, and you will be taken to the Chamber of the Faith. Examine objects to open the way. So basically, this is just like a test of will, strength, and all that good stuff. To kind of get you to the summons. So first off, you go up here. You want to touch this wall, as I'm doing now. And that should reveal that. Bit of a side note. Not all... Well, actually, let me rephrase already. Every cloister is different. Each one will have different puzzles, usually based around the Aeon you're trying to find, or trying to acquire. And some are difficult, or rather not difficult, but just a pain in the ass. And some are very simple. So you want to come over here and grab this sphere. It's telling you the different spheres and what each one can do, basically. Glyph spheres open the way to the Chamber of the Faith. Destruction spheres open the way to hidden treasures. It seems that Besaid spheres are also necessary. Now, like the cloisters being different, Besaid spheres are specific to this cloister. And each cloister will have, like, spheres based on their location. And that last part that I kind of skipped over basically said you can only carry one sphere at a time. So what you want to do is take this Besaid sphere from that wall and put it into this door. That'll create a... Actually, now that I think about it, did I say this was Besaid or a glyph? In any case. Let's see. Forgive me for taking a little minute, for taking a minute to kind of get familiar. I just have to remember exactly in what order to do things and how I should do it. Now, after touching that wall with a bunch of words on it, as it showed, it revealed a glyph. And if you come in here, that, I believe, is a Besaid sphere. Yep, so that first one is a glyph sphere. This one is a Besaid sphere. Now you want to take this and bring it over here into this pedestal. Or rather, put it into this pedestal. That should destroy that wall, revealing the final part of this trial. Of course... Wait, what was it? Basically what it's saying is, like, if you put a sphere into a pedestal, or if there's a pedestal present, it's usually part of the cloister design, and you have to do something with it. Now, the idea is to keep pushing that into the direction of that blinking light, but we're not going to do that right now. What we are going to do, now that my memory's coming back, Sin's toxin. Go back to these doors, grab the glyph sphere, come right over here, plug it into this wall. That should raise it up, eliminating our access to that glyph sphere. Oh no! Not that important. Glyph spheres are only important for as long as you can use them. If you have no uses for them whatsoever, they're useless. So that revealed the destruction sphere, and you want to come around the corner, come right into here, and insert the sphere into this node. And what does that do? Bye-bye, wall! And a chest is revealed. Now, a bit of a spoiler. From this moment on, whatever you're doing cloisters, always make sure not only to get the destruction spheres, but get the treasures that the sphere reveals. And you'll see why right now. Do you see that symbol? That is related to an Aeon you can get later on. And this is the major spoiler. In order to get this specific Aeon, you have to unlock every treasure that requires a destruction sphere. For most of them, you can go back and do the trials again, and it's not much of a problem. You basically want to do it in one shot just to get it out of the way. But there is one Aeon in particular, one Cloister of Trials in particular, you cannot go back and do over. I'll make another warning when we get to that point. But get the destruction spheres, unlock the treasures, do it all in one shot for the sake of ease, because you never know if you only get one shot or not. And as I said, it will unlock an Aeon, a powerful one later on, and you need every Aeon if you want to get like 100% on this game. So anyway, when you're done with that, push the pedestal into this square and...
It's gotten into you. Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian? Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
And that was something. I'll admit, Yuna's voice acting isn't the greatest in the beginning. In fact, none of the voice acting in this game is all that great. I personally think it's good. It's not great. But I think the trouble is them just trying to feel comfortable in the roles that they're given. Especially since, don't quote me on this, I believe this was the first Final Fantasy game, like, chronologically, that had full-length feature voice actors. So it's kind of hard to really... If they've never really done something like that before, which I think Yuna's voice actor isn't really used to doing voice acting, then I think I can give her some credit and say, not a bad start. And I personally think she does improve over the course of the game, and especially when 10-2 comes around. So after that, you just come right outside the temple, come all the way to the courtyard. Hey, Fuzzy No-Nose Chimp. 5 points to whoever gets that reference.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
Aw, it's just a big flying kitty. Just, without the whiskers and a lot of the fur and only 2 legs and a beak and other stuff. Exactly like a big kitty.
I'd never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
And here we have Val 4, or Vale 4. I like the sound of Val 4 better. You can name the Aeons whatever you want. I usually stick with the default. And we'll hit confirm, and yes, we shall proceed.
I remember, that night, we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Victory! 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 Victory!
Like I keep saying, that was something. Alright, you can talk to Waka and any of the Oryx. They don't tell you anything or say anything interesting. Just walk past the bonfire and come right over here.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to... Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh, no. I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah?
Again, you can answer this any way you want. It's supposed to be like FF7, in my opinion, where you could go on a date with Barrett, Tifa, Yuffie, or default to Aerith. It doesn't matter in this game. The story plays out how it plays out, so answer it however you want, but for the sake of ease, I'm going with yeah.
Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
And if you come down here...
Stay away from the summoner!
Got it. Only thing you can do from here is talk to Waka.
Ready for bed?
Select yeah.
Good. Sleep tight.
Still no dinner, but I guess we'll have to get over that. Again, this is really weird. This is just one long dream, or cutscene. We're in a dream sequence now, but it doesn't matter if I have control or not, and you'll see why.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it!
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead.
Me and my sister used to joke about that scene it just played, where he wakes up and says, I hate you!
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised
I don't want to talk
too
over the cutscene, sorry.
The first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Larry. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
That... Okay, I think I understand why they let you have free control during certain parts, because that would just be an incredibly long cutscene. I guess I'll forgive the developers for that. But for now, I'm way over the time limit. So I think what we'll do is we'll save it here. And... okay, that could explain why. I think there's some editing I'll have to do later, but... I don't know. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you're enjoying this series. I just really hope everyone's enjoying it. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, world!